Hey guys, some of you might know this video already on my channel. It's the transcription of Square Wheel, and lately I got several emails that I should send the PDF to some people who are interested in playing it with their band or just for the drum part or whatever. So the one thing that always bothered me, because I played that also with a band, was this metric modulation inside of this piece. And it seemed that it just can't work out the way it kind of works out. Because actually what happens, that's what I'm going to show you now, is that they speed up in a certain part in order to get to the beginning tempo in the later part when there is the saxophone solo. So here on this side, on the right side, you see the video of the video that I made of the piece, and on the left side you see my MuseScore file. And here we are at the exact. Oh no, wait. Are we at the exact position? Here we are at the exact position. No, wait a second. Here, right? Should be, yeah. It just looks a little different because I had to fit it into two voice lines. That's it. But the thing, the as you will see, the main transcription is the same. So it's just a different layout because I had to adapt it for the band that I played with. So what I'm going to do is I will play the video, or I will basically play my transcription on the left side, which is computer generated, so the tempo is constant. And at the same time I will play the video on the right, so that you can see that for the next 8 bars the tempo is fine, and then when there is the metric modulation, which should be, it seems like that the dotted 8 notes become the new 8 notes, so that the dotted quarter notes become the new quarter notes, which should result in a tempo of 80. Let's see what happens. And then I'll show you the rest. So I play this video, and here, so we are about the same, as you see. And now when the metric modulation comes, you will see what happens. So, as you can already see, we're far behind the actual piece. So, what happens here is that even though it's an 8 Smith song, and then you think that, they will do everything correct, in a correct way, they actually didn't really do a metric modulation in the common sense. They just, basically, in terms of the composition, it made sense, I think, but because this is a 15/8 bar or 7/8 bar where this metric modulation happens, they couldn't fit in triplets somehow, I think, in a good way, and so it's just way behind, if that is the correct metric modulation. So now that you saw that, I'll stop that. Wait a second. So okay. So if we think that we are now going for instead of the dotted quarter notes becoming the quarter notes, we're going to do that with the triplets. So instead of 80 or 81 now, because the original tempo is 121, so I gave it one beat. We are going for 90 now, which are 3/4 of of 120, which is a metric modulation involving the triplets. So that basically is if you had 3 half note triplets in one 4/4 bar, those or here those half note triplets become the new quarter notes. So it slows down, but not as much as with the dotted quarter notes. And we're doing the same thing now. Going here to this part, which is here. Same thing. And you're famous. They say you knew you like 20 years later. So approximately the same tempo right now. And now we were a little bit behind. But now you see that we're catching up, and now we're already ahead with the musical part. So it's neither this modulation nor the other one, which is kind of funny. And now I can show you what they really did. So I'll just let it play a little bit more that you can see. But yeah, we are far ahead already. So yeah, enough of that. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, so what really happens to all those people who really want to play it like the recording is that they kind of, I guess what they try to do is this metric modulation where the dotted 8 notes become the new 8 notes, which would be 80 in this sense. And I think they just sped up. They sped up actually in the first bar already. And if you have it like on 87, then you almost make it through. They speed up a little bit in this part until they come to the solo part here, where they modulate back. But yeah, let's see what happens if we do it like this. Where are we? Yeah, here. All right. One day, it's real, and you're famous. They say you knew you like 20 years later. Okay, we're pretty on it right now. So, and now let's see. Okay, so as you see, we're pretty close right now. I mean, I probably didn't hit the spacebar at the right time, so we are already a little, we're a little back. But you see that we're much closer now. So you can see even Nate Smith, in terms of, well, the benefit of the composition, cheats a little bit with metric modulations, which is kind of funny to me. And yeah, so for all the people who really want to play this tune exactly like on the recording, or just played along and wondered why things feel a little, well, a little shaky, or not shaky, because it sounds good, don't get me wrong, I love this song, everybody does, I guess, who wants to play this song. But yeah, it's just funny to me that that this is like that, because they cheated the first time with the metric modulation, and probably cheated here as well, because they were a little slower, and they got a little faster. I mean, this amount is quite okay, I guess. I mean, that's I don't know, like 2 BPM or 3 BPM. So that's like nothing that happens with metric modulations. But this, what should be 80 becomes 87, and that's quite much. That's quite a lot. So this is deliberate. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so now you know. Um, so for all of you guys who wondered what happens in this part, like me, if you ever wondered, now you know. So yeah, have a nice day and have fun playing that piece. It's great music, great music.